We are live. This is Reseller Wake Up, episode 189. It's a Wednesday. What's going on, everybody? How was your weekend? How's the week going so far? Everybody staying busy? What's going on with y'all?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you say the weekend? Is this the weekend?
It's Wednesday, I know. But my schedule's so screwed up now that I'm not doing this every day. Everybody staying busy? What's going on with y'all?
Oh, rookie mistake.
That's not me. That's
No,
not me.
I muted it earlier. I don't know why it unmuted itself.
Noob.
When you came in the freaking Hangout, Dusty, it shut all my sound off on my entire computer and like changed everything.
I have that effect on people.
Yeah, he definitely does.
So it's Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. Thanks all everybody, ex-military, current military, for your service. We appreciate
Absolutely.
it. There's lots of free stuff out there today you can take advantage of, meal deals and stuff like that. Probably lots of sales going on too, right, guys?
Yeah, actually sales are up.
Yeah.
Is there sales in stores today? Oh, I guess there would be too, wouldn't there?
Veterans Day sales all over the place, and it's not just for vets. I mean, it's
So for fear of looking really stupid, I mean, not that I ever look stupid, isn't Veterans Day normally on a Monday?
I thought that it was too. I thought it was one of those holidays
Always on
that
Monday.
they always make it fall on a Monday, but I don't know what's going on this year.
I thought it was always November 11th.
Maybe it is. Maybe, okay, Mike's right. We'll give him the right answer. Because I'm just serious. I seriously thought it was always on a Monday.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's I don't know, the Marines are probably going to kill me, but I think it's like the day after the Marine Corps birthday or something like that.
Okay. Does the mail run today? Post office is open, right?
Veterans Day Wiki. Hold on. Observed annually on November 11th. Yada, 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 yada. Major hostilities of World War I were formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. So there you go.
Right on.
They originally called it Armistice Day, and the U.S. holiday was renamed Veterans Day in 1954. So now you know more than you ever wanted to know.
So is
And,
the post office closed today then?
I don't know. And I was correct. The Marine Corps birthday is the day before.
Oh, I didn't see that part. Sorry, I didn't go that far. So are banks open?
Okay, let's go see.
I know UPS runs and FedEx. They're just normal because they don't take a whole lot off except like Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Oh, I got a full list of restaurant deals for Veterans Day. So you just, let's see.
Post it.
You need to wear your uniform or a military ID. Applebee's is giving a free meal. Bob Evans, free breakfast. Bonefish Grill, veterans and active military get free Bang Bang Shrimp. California Pizza Kitchen, you get a free entree. Carrabba's, you get a free appetizer. Cheeseburger in Paradise, free burger with fries. You know, there's a ton of these guys. If you just go and Google Veterans Day 2015, you know, the first thing that showed up was this list of free restaurants where you can go and eat free. Like
Military.com has them, and then everybody has something different. So, but there's free haircuts today for sure.
Oh, really? I might have to do that.
Yeah, definitely.
My hair's getting a little crazy.
Mine's starting to look like Dusty.
Dang. I'm not
Wait until
I'm not military. I just need a haircut. I actually got one like last week. It's because I was messaging Paul last night, and I'm like, I showed him a screenshot on my phone. I'm like, look, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, and it's on my iPhone of my alarms, and it's like 6:10, 7 o'clock, 7:20, all these different alarms because I know I'll hit snooze in between, whatever. And then I end up with like total insomnia, 4 o'clock in the morning, staring at the ceiling. And I had messaged Chad late last night. I messaged Chad, hey man, when you get this message, call me because I'm thinking the 6:10 alarm, I'll probably sleep through it or turn it off. I was like, call me, FaceTime me at like 6:20, 6:30. He calls me at 5:30 this morning. 5:30. My wife rolls over, she goes, who the hell is that? And she hears Chad's voice, and she goes, you tell him he's got about as long as it takes me to drive down there and kick his ass. And I was like, oh, crap. So yeah, and then I just went right back to sleep because I had only been asleep like an hour and a half at that point. So the whole turning over a new leaf didn't happen because of the insomnia.
Yeah, I was up at 6 this morning, and I just kind of woke up and got out of bed. I don't know. I can't lay there. I just can't. It's really hard for me.
When I'm that exhausted, I don't have any problem. Usually, once I wake up, I'm like, bam, up. But when I'm that exhausted because I didn't sleep all night, yeah, I don't have any problem falling right back to sleep. But I miss getting up early. I used to always get up at like 5:30.
I don't know. I was up and down all night last night. So.
Okay, this doesn't make any sense. I'm reading the closures. Post offices will not be delivering mail, and offices will be closed Wednesday. UPS. Oh, okay, never mind. UPS recognizes but does not observe Veterans Day, so UPS is open. Amazon doesn't consider Veterans Day a major holiday, so no shipping delays. And FedEx will provide normal pickup and delivery as well. So everything's open except the post office. They take every excuse they possibly can to close. So that's no surprise.
It's a government entity, of course.
Looks like banks are, let's see.
Great Clips. If you go there, they actually are giving away certificates that you can hand a veteran to get them a free haircut.
Really? That's cool.
So what do you, like, you just walk around, like, never mind. I was going to be like, what if you don't know? Like, you just walk around, are you a veteran? Here, have a free haircut.
Well, I mean, a lot of them you're going to know. They always wear their hats.
Right.
But, yeah.
We usually, of course, a lot of cities, we usually had the big parade here, but obviously it probably starts in like an hour. We went last year and year before, and yeah, we're not going to make it this year, but it's usually pretty cool. It's like everybody on their Harleys and their Corvettes and their fire trucks and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, looks like the big banks will be closed. SunTrust, Wells Fargo, TD. No, if your bank, okay. Yeah, big banks under the Federal Reserve System will be closed, though individual locations of corporate chains may set their own rules.
But not PayPal, because they don't fall under any kind of federal anything banking thing.
Well, PayPal is open anyway. It's automated.
I know. But that's always been one of my big beefs when I say I don't trust PayPal. Just kind of side note here, because they don't fall under FDIC. Like, your money's not insured under FDIC because they don't operate as a bank.
Yeah.
You look it up. It's kind of actually fascinating. PayPal operates in every state under a license for, I think it's not a money lender, but it's basically like the same license as people that do like payday loans and money orders and crap. I forget exactly what the terminology is, but they don't operate as a bank. So, I mean, if you want to leave thousands of dollars in PayPal, that's up to you, but me personally, I kind of sweep my money out and don't leave it in there.
Yeah, I don't mind. Like, I never have that much money in my PayPal account anyway. It's not like I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting there, but
Well, yeah, but
I always like to keep at least enough to cover my eBay bill, plus like if I have any big returns, like if I do any big sales, I'll leave that money in there just in case it gets returned. Like, I don't know. So I just keep my PayPal at least $500. That's my kind of my rule. And if it goes below that, then I just take my card and leave it at home until it gets back over to the $500 threshold again. But once it's over $500, it's whatever. Then I start spending it again. So yeah, that's Veterans Day. I just got a little package from a company yesterday, though. I reached out to this content like partner deal or whatever. It's called Content Boulevard. If you got a YouTube channel, if you've got I don't know how many subscribers you need or any of that, but basically they've got like lists of products you can go through, and then you can contact the manufacturers and marketers and distributors of the product and request samples to do reviews or to do like demonstrations on your video or on your channel or whatever. And if they accept you, basically, like if they want to send you stuff, they'll send it to you and you can test it out. But I saw these barcode scanners, which most of the stuff is like just odds and ends, the kind of stuff that you see in the Amazon review my product groups everywhere. Like I get a lot of that stuff too. You know, I'm always on the lookout for people. Like I like to do reviews and free product reviews, stuff like that. Just it's an easy way to get free stuff. But I saw these, which was weird. It was a wireless barcode scanner. So I went ahead and hit them up, and they sent me 2 of them. So I'm gonna keep one and give the other one away. Basically, I'm gonna make a tweet today towards the end of the show that if you retweet that tweet, favorite it, all that stuff. Well, you're gonna have to retweet it, I think. Yeah, retweet that tweet, and you'll get that'll be an entry, and then I'll make a post in the Reseller Wakeup Facebook group where if you share and like and comment, you'll get you'll get a entry or whatever, and then Friday I'll do another show and basically we'll choose a winner then. I mean, I'll just take all the entries and do a random number generator like I always do and pick a winner, and then you can just contact me with all your information. But
so if you're not on Twitter, you have 45 minutes to go to Twitter and follow Paul at Resale Ronin?
Resale Ronin, yeah. That's
Resale Ronin. So that gives you 45 minutes to go figure out. If you don't know how to use Twitter, it'll probably take you 45 minutes. So
it's pretty easy to set up your Twitter account. All they want is an email address, a username, and a password, and you're done. And then you just search for @Resale Ronin, and you can follow me there.
So my mom the other day goes, Dusty, will you explain something to me? I mean, she's trying to figure out technology on it. She's like, what are hashtags and how do they work? So, I mean, like, how do you explain what a hashtag is?
I don't even know what a hashtag does. Like, I have no freaking idea. I've never used them.
If you hashtag a comment on Instagram, then anybody that clicks on, if Paul hashtags free giveaway after his little announcement, then anybody that's looking for free giveaways can click on hashtag free giveaway, and all the comments that have that in there. It's a way to find like-styled posts.
Yeah, I mean, I get the gist of it. I've just never,
Instagram.
it's never done anything for me. Like, I've never,
Right.
I do hashtags for stupid stuff, like hashtag, don't tase me, bro, or something stupid like that, like if somebody's, but, I mean, this thing, they're wireless, basically it's just a wireless barcode scanner. It comes with the little dongle, and it's like on 2.4 gigahertz, but came in a little box. But yeah, it's got a charger, just like comes with a little charger thing, so you can plug this into the USB port and charge it overnight, and then you've got your little USB dongle, so it's really small. One of the ones that you just plug in, you don't even notice it's there. Like, you could plug this into a laptop and it wouldn't like stick out. I was playing around with it this morning and last night, and it was working good. It uses the printer type of USB cable, so if you lose it, it'll be really, really easy to find another one. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's well, like I said, I went ahead and started an FBA shipment last night just to mess around with it and see how it works, and I mean, it's pretty quick. I mean, it came charged. I don't know how long the charger lasts, but it's got.
Oh, there you go. Make sure you blind all those.
Yeah.
So it's got built-in batteries.
Yeah, it's got a built-in battery, so it doesn't look like. Yeah, you can't take this apart. You probably can, but it would be really tricky. You'd have to know the trick.
And then it would never work again.
But I mean, it's just like any other barcode scanner, just scan the barcode and boom, it comes up. So these just, I don't know. I like the wireless one because I am like notorious for having way too much crap on my desk, and when I want this thing out of my way, I can just put it on the counter or something, get it out of the way, and when I need it, I can grab it.
I wish I had wireless because my cord hangs down along with my iPhone cord and my camera cord, and every time I go to grab it after I haven't used it for a few days, I'm doing this number trying to get all the cords untangled.
Yeah. And if you want to use it wired, you can. I mean, you just plug it into the USB cable and they just use it as a wired scanner, but I don't know why you would do that. I mean, it seems to work just fine without doing just wirelessly, but I mean it's fast. I'm really fast with my 10 key, so I've never used a barcode scanner. Never bothered to get one, but now that I've got it, I'm probably gonna use it. Very cool little toy, but this is probably one of the most useful tools for creating an FBA shipment. You use a barcode scanner, right, Mike?
Yep.
Yep, and I know, Dusty, you always talk about it too, but
You want me to blind you too?
is yours wireless?
No.
See, y'all got to go and get your new barcode scanner.
I paid less for the wire.
What's that?
I paid less for the wire.
Yeah, they're like what, $20, $25, something like that wired.
I got it for $8.99.
Oh my gosh.
$8.99. I think I paid like $18.99 a couple of years ago. But you know, I put it off for a long time. I'm not fast on a 10 key like you said, but I am okay with it. And I did like 1,200 science fiction books, sent them into FBA. I did like the first probably, I don't remember, 600, sitting there going, typing them in. And then my wife's like, why don't you order a barcode scanner? Because I always thought they were kind of like expensive or whatever. I look on Amazon, I'm like, $18.99 with free Prime shipping? What the crap am I doing? So.
Okay, so if you guys, somebody was asking what model number it is. If you check the description of the video there, right underneath the video, you can see the description. There's a link where you can just click on that Amazon link, and it'll take you straight to this exact scanner. So you can buy it there. But cool little toy.
I got mine on the Flash. It was some kind of Flash deal on Amazon.
Yeah, so if you're patient, I mean, obviously you could probably get it cheaper, but I don't know how much these usually go for. This one's $50, which, I mean, in the big scheme of things, $50 for something that saves as much time as they do, it's the price of convenience, you know, and just the fact that it's wireless. I mean, I see a lot of people posting wired ones, and yeah, they're about half that price, but, you know, now that I've played with it a little bit and messed around with it, I would actually buy one of these if I lost it or whatever. And if it stopped working, then I'd just give them crap and make them send me another one.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, if you order off Amazon now, you're under holiday return, so you got till like January, whatever, to return it. So if it has an issue.
Really? Okay.
Hey, something I started doing lately, kind of like side note, my iPhone cords, I ordered the Amazon Basics brand because they give a 1-year warranty on all their cords. And I like the 6-foot phone cords because I like to have that, you know, that extra length, and so I can talk while I have my phone plugged up if I'm sitting here. But yeah, if you have any problem with any of their products, you just go in and find that order and mark it as like return for defective, and they actually start sending you a new one out before you even return the other one. And they tell you you've got 30 days to get the other one back. So like this one starts getting a short in it, which I've had problems with one. It's because my daughter probably destroyed it. She's probably tough on it. And she brought it to me. She's like, Dad, it's got a short or something. And so I went in and did the little return thing. They had a new one to me in 2 days, and I just threw the old one back in the thing. So if you're ever hunting for like cords and cables, Amazon Basics brand, I can recommend.
Yeah.
It's like $9 for a 6-foot cord with free Prime shipping.
That's a good price.
And they actually don't do like the cheap Chinese ones. They're Apple certified, so they don't quit. Your phone doesn't quit recognizing them after a month or two, like the ones I was ordering off eBay from China.
Yeah. That's the issue that I'm having, but
yeah, try the Amazon Basics. They're not Mio certified. I forget what they call it, where they have a chip in them or some crap where your phone will recognize it.
Right. Yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention about the barcode scanners, I've actually bought like 2 of these just whenever I find them in a thrift store, I'll grab one. And I've never found one that actually freaking works. Like, I've bought like 2 or 3 of them for, you know, a few dollars. One of them had the old serial adapter, so I just bought a serial to USB adapter, plugged it in, couldn't find drivers for it, so that one didn't work. And I've gotten at least 2 USB ones. Same thing. When I got them home, I plugged them in, tried to get them running. I just couldn't get them to work because they were so old. So if you do find one of these barcode scanners on, like in a thrift store or something, one thing that you got to worry about is a lot of them are tied to like specific POS systems. So you never really know if it's gonna just plug and play. So I mean, it's nice to not have to deal with all that crap when you know that it's you can just plug it in and it works. So that's what this one will. But so what's everybody's plans for the rest of the week? I've got to get some Amazon listings created. I've decided that those karate gloves that I bought a while back are just moving too slow. I mean, I'm selling like maybe 3 or 4 a week on eBay, which taking way too long, but I'm just going to go ahead, and I thought about doing this like as soon as I bought them, just creating my own listings and putting them on Amazon and selling them that way. Just never really got around to it, but that's the goal this week, is to get at least like 4 or 5 of the styles listed and ready to go and sent in just to see how they do. And then I'm going to start playing around with the sponsored links and or the sponsored products, whatever, like the promotions, all that stuff, because I've never run any of the sales or the promotions or any of that on Amazon. I just basically run my repricer, and that's about the only thing that I do to mess around with.
The sponsored promotions are real. The pay-per-click are not hard to do. The easiest way to explain how to do it, because it took me a while to figure it out at first, run it as automatic keywords, and it will take your listing, it will figure out what keywords or whatever, and it'll kind of do all that for you. Run it that way for a while, for a couple days, or maybe even a week, and then go back in and run a report on how your campaign's doing, and it'll tell you what keywords are getting the hits. Then you can start a whole nother campaign if you want to with manual keywords and use those that were in that report, and then cancel the other one. But you can start and stop them at any time. But I do it for quite a few products that are ones that I created, because when you create a product on Amazon, you're starting from scratch. You have no sales ranking, no visibility. If you search karate pads, there's probably 2,500 results.
Actually, no, there aren't.
Karate pads, I'm doing it. 1,772. So for yours to be found, you're either going to have to have the right keywords in that listing, and the keywords, blanks. Plus, you really need some sales and some ranking under your belt, and that's kind of where the pay-per-click comes in, because then you show up as a sponsored ad over on the side,
Right. Yeah, we'll play with it, and I'll see how it goes and let you all know. But, I mean, I feel like I really thought that they were going to be like a home run, and I was just going to be able to blow them out at like a third of retail, no problem, and people were just going to buy them like crazy, but they're just going slow.
Did you have much? You didn't have much in them, though, did you?
Like $1 per unit.
Could you find, I'm sure you probably have one, it's owned by the same franchise company as like Plato's Closet. Could you find like a Play It Again Sports in your area that buys crap like that or puts it on consignment? You think you'd have any luck with that and then just dump them?
Well, I don't really want to dump them because I feel like I can't. I want to try the Amazon thing first because
Gotcha.
I honestly feel like I could, like, there's a lot of potential for a crap load of profit. I mean, I did the numbers. I've got, let's see, I've got 8 bins of them. There's about 50 units per bin. Maybe there's actually more than that, but that's like lowball estimate. And like at $20 a bin, let's see, that's 400 units at $20 each. That's $8,000. And if I can get retail, which is $79 each for some of those, you do the math. I mean, I feel like if I can get out for 20, or if I can get out of those for like 20 or 30 grand, then that'll help quite a bit. That might be enough. And once I learn how to do it, and I kind of learn how to market to that kind of potential customer, then I might just start my own private label and do like high-end fighting gear, because I'd love to have a fighting gear label. I've got so many friends that are like in the UFC and that are well, you can't really sponsor UFC people anymore because Reebok, but a lot of guys that fight locally and stuff like that. So I feel like I can get more than just like pay-per-click ads to get people looking at my products. But I feel like if I was going to do a private label, it would be something geared towards that.
Yeah, if there's that kind of money in them, you need to. Was it just because they were a brand? I went back and found while you were sitting there talking, I went back and found in June where you posted the pictures of them and all that. I just didn't know how much space they were taking up, or if it's something you wanted to get rid
Big
of.
problem. Like, I've made my money back a couple times over, no problem. However, it's that storage unit that they're sitting in cost me $200 a month, and I'm not making enough just off of those. I mean, I'm buying furniture and stuff. You know, when I see like a table at a garage sale for $5, I'll buy it and flip it for 50 to 100. I store bikes in there. You know, I get bikes $5 or $10, sell them for $100. So I mean, I'm still making money from the unit, but I would rather just go back down to one storage unit, and those are taking up so much space that it's yeah, I'd rather them be sitting in Amazon than in my storage unit, you know. And if they're moving, they'll sell there, I guess. I mean, this brand isn't on Amazon, but it is an established brand. The thing that I'm kind of worried about is I don't know how hardcore like they might not even know about Amazon, you know. They might, but I mean, if this is an established brand or whatever, and then they try to do like some kind of brand, like try to do like protect their brand or whatnot,
Right.
and come after me for trying to sell their stuff, then that could be an issue. But on the other hand, who knows? They might just take off and be an insanely awesome product, and then I just get in touch with the brand and start buying them direct from them. Who knows?
How many different varieties do you have?
A lot. I mean, there's probably 10 or 20 different colors. It's kind of random, you know. I mean, I've got like one box, all the same color, all the same size, and then another box of another color and another size, and then another box of 5 of this color in different sizes, 5 of that color in different sizes, 5 of that color in different sizes, 5 of that color in different sizes. So some of this stuff is still going to have to stay on eBay, and I'm still going to have to slowly move it there. But the ones that I have a lot of, like, it's just kind of a cluster, you know. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be able to create a listing where I've got every size available of every style. Like, I don't even know what all the styles are called. Like, this brand, they change their models so fast, and they've been around long enough that, like, I can't even, and they do a lot of custom stuff too, like custom printing. So
Right.
some of the stuff, it's not like for so-and-so's martial arts school. However, it's just stuff that they don't advertise because somebody wanted it, the person that bought them just wanted them done, like a custom job or whatever.
It might be worth your time, taking the time to figure out and learn how to do parent-child and variation listings. And then you have like blue hand pads, and you have all the different size variations under one listing.
Oh, I'll be doing that for sure. I will be doing that. One thing that I've noticed about these, like one of the reasons why I feel like it's a good opportunity, all of the karate gloves on Amazon, the listings suck ass. They're horrible. Like, I couldn't, I haven't found a good listing. You know, they're like the ones that are the most popular brands or whatever. It's just like pictures of people holding the gloves, like, and they're not even like showing their face. They're not like in a fighting stance. They're just like a picture of the gloves. So I feel like if I can dial in the pictures and get all that sorted, then it would be worth it. And, you know, if I can get even close to retail for these things, then, you know, if you're talking 20, 25 grand worth of inventory, it's totally worth it to go and spend a couple $100 to get professional photos done and to do all that.
Yeah.
And so Highway Bus asked why I don't store them in my shop, because my shop is in a basement and these things are in bins, and there's no way I'm going to get those bins down into my shop. I mean, I probably could, but it would just be too much of a pain. And it's not that big. I mean, it's only like maybe 1,000 square feet, 1,200. I don't know. I haven't bothered to like measure out the square footage for my shop, but yeah, there's still a lot of stuff that I got to get cleared out of there, and I've been lazy. I just hate looking at that fishing stuff and thinking, man, the work you got to do for the small amount of return. I mean, it feels like I could sit there for a month and maybe get and inventory everything and maybe get a couple grand out of them. You know, I mean, it's just frustrating. And I don't like dealing with smalls like that. It's just.
That's when you lot them up.
Yep. And I have been doing that a little bit. I mean, I've got lots. I tried to sell lots of like 20 or 30 lures, all the same thing, and I couldn't even get like $10 out of them. You know, so it's like whatever. When I get that kind of response, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna bother. Or why do I want to bother with this? The only reason that I'd want to bother with it is just to get it out of the way. But I've got to get money out of them too. Like I've got to get a certain amount. That's the big problem because they're not necessarily mine. They're the guy that I've already talked to the guy that owns the building and who is letting me sell this stuff for him, and he wants a certain amount too, and he feels like they're worth a certain amount. So I can't just give them away or blow them out at like whatever price I want. I have to get a certain amount of money for the stuff, or else I'm not gonna be able to sell it. You know, I mean, it's just gonna sit there. And if it ends up where I gotta move out of there, then I'll just move out of there. It's no biggie. There's actually an elevator in the shop that is completely. I don't know if it's broken down or if it doesn't work or if it's just looks old, but. It's about this. It's probably like 20 by 20 by 20, like a cube, and you know it opens to the street, and it's got the doors that open up, and it just sits there at street level, and then it comes back down to the shop level. But yeah, I don't know if it works or not. Never bothered to try. So I mean, I could get big stuff up and down if it works, but.
Do what? Sorry, I walked into the room to get coffee.
I was just talking about how much I hate fishing stuff. Yeah, I should just make him. Well, I mean, that was part of the deal when I moved in, and why he's giving me cheap rent is because the idea was I sell the stuff, and I really thought that I could get a certain amount for everything, and so.
Hey, we did that on our house. That's why we get cheap rent on our house, because we were supposed to like paint, trim, and do crap in here like 3 years later. We
Still haven't done it?
nothing every month, and he's kind of a friend of ours too. And every month I get in there, he's like, "How's that coming?" I'm like, "Yep, we're still working on it." And he's like, "Okay, whatever."
Well, I mean, when you've been living
I
here
don't
for
agree to those deals anymore.
what's up, Mike?
So you're the reason why I don't agree to those deals anymore. I used to with tenants, and then I was like, yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I fix stuff when it breaks, though, and he does appreciate that. I save him a lot of money, and like, I mean, I don't know anything about HVAC, so I mean, every once in a while you'll have to call out, you know, the heating and air guy, which is brand new. We've had one issue with it though, solenoid or some crap went out. But yeah, like plumbing, crap like that. I mean, the P-trap in the kitchen was 50 years old, and the P-trap like rotted out or whatever. Actually, I was trying to unclog it, and it just disintegrated. So like, I went and bought the parts for that. Did that myself. I redid the bathroom, one of the bathroom sink. You know, the toilet tank valve went out. Stuff like that, I can totally fix.
We have them. If we do any deal like that, they have to do it before they move in.
Oh, so if they move in, then.
Yeah. So before they move in, any kind of, if they say, oh, I could fix this and I could fix that, okay, well, you fix it, then you can move it.
And then they go, oh, okay.
Yep.
Maybe not.
Yeah. So Jake just messaged me. Can you turn a regional C box inside out and use it for a regular priority box without paying the regional C rate?
No.
Turning a box inside out to me would probably be a flag to the post office that, hey, you're trying to cheat something.
What did you say, Mike?
Take a basic box and cut it up. Just get one that's not a flat rate. Like I get a lot of these. Oh shit!
The shoe boxes?
Yeah, they're not. Are they shoe boxes? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a
There's a
shoe
big
box.
one. And these are freaking awesome, especially for like Nerf guns, because you can put a couple of these together, make a big long box and all that.
Yeah.
Those are one of my favorites because they're also the thinner cardboard. I think one of those, I weighed one time, I think they weigh 7 ounces. I mean, they literally weigh nothing, so they don't add much cardboard weight either.
Yeah, I use those all the time for shoes, those karate gloves. I mean, there's a post office, like I never find them in the regular post office, but there's an Ace Hardware with a post office inside that always keeps that size box in stock, so I don't have to order them. So that's convenient. But that's one of those ones where it's kind of hard to find them. You got to order them yourself most of the time. But I just tell those guys, keep as many as you can in the back because I'll be picking up like 10 a day sometimes.
These are the other ones that I use a lot of.
Is that a regional A size or a medium flat rate box size?
Neither one.
The regular weight based, yeah, I use those too.
It's the mailing box, and it's the real thin ones like you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 12 by 13. Yeah, 12 point whatever by 13 point whatever.
Well, one thing to note about the Regional C, the post office is doing away with that. So, I mean, you're not even going to be able to, they're not even going to have a Regional C rate anymore pretty soon. So you need to order some. I just got in a whole case of boxes, Regional C boxes the other day. I mean, they're like almost the size of a small UPS box, like the size that's, 75 cents a piece, $20 a bundle. And you can only order one at a time per order, but I ordered some the other day. They showed up, and they're good sized boxes. I was wondering about that though. Can you turn them inside out? I've never tried it. I know the post office has rules, and some of them you can fudge on a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know guys that literally just put, like I've heard of guys that just they'll send something at large flat rate, and they'll just send it at that rate, and they'll just slap that sticker on any box, and it gets there.
I mean, you can technically probably get away with a lot of stuff. Just depends on your post office. Is it worth? I guess you really just got to weigh. Is it worth cheating the system to potentially have it arrive at the other end with postage due, or have it sent back to you and then you get dinged for it being late? So I mean, I don't.
You have to pay the postage due. Like they'll make you if you screw up and there's postage due and you go to pick up your package, you have to pay the postage to get your package back.
Right.
I mean, I've had that happen before, where I sent something. What did I do? Like this was when I first started selling. I sold something and I wrapped a large flat rate box in craft paper, or maybe it was a Regional C box. I don't know. And I sent it parcel post because it was like $2 or $3 cheaper or something like that. And it got there. It got all the way to New York, and one of the postal workers ripped the craft paper, saw the priority box underneath, and they sent it all the way back to me in Denver. And then I got to my post office, and they were gonna charge me like $45 or something like that because they wanted to charge me postage due plus the postage to have it sent back to New York or Denver from New York. And I was like, I opened the craft paper, showed them that the box had already been used and postage had already been paid on it, which is the reason why I was using it for that. I was like, it's already been used once, and the postmaster was like, okay, well, you're not supposed to do that. Don't do it again. I'll let you have it this time. You don't have to pay the postage. But yeah, no or priority mailboxes have to be sent priority. And I guess I need to ask them about the C boxes because those are so convenient. It's a really good size if you do a lot of like big stuff, electronics, Guitar Hero guitars, stuff like that. I mean, it's like the perfect size for that kind of stuff.
I use a ton of shoe boxes, Regional A, Regional B, the small 665s, the 12/12/8s. That's the bigger, I think size 7 is what they call it. And then that one that Mike just showed that's non-regional, non-flat rate. I don't use any flat rate boxes really. I mean, typically for the stuff that I sell, it ends up being better off to go regional or weight-based, which I'm also kind of centrally located. I mean, Alabama is not really central, but I'm not on the far east coast or the far west. So usually regional isn't too terribly bad at this side of the Mississippi.
For me, regional tends to be like 80%, I bet, of what I sell either goes to New York or Florida. Easily. I mean, if I don't know, I've never really down the numbers, but yeah, regional ends up being like $9 for a regional A, no matter what, just about every single time. So most of what I use a lot of the shoe boxes. I use a lot of medium flat rate boxes, the long and the box shaped ones. I use a lot of the large flat rate boxes, like the long ones. I use a ton of those actually, and then I use a lot of regional A boxes. I never use regional Bs. I think one time in 3 years, like I've got a stack of regional Bs sitting in my closet.
Dude, I use them all the time.
No.
Regional A, if I'm not mistaken, and if Deb was here, I think she knows the breakdown exactly. Regional, so don't quote me on this, but it's something similar to this. Regional A is basically the 2-pound weight, the same as what it would be 2-pound weight going to the same destination plus a little bit. Regional B is like the 4-pound weight plus a little bit extra.
Yeah.
So if your item is 3 pounds or 4 pounds and you're putting in a regional A, you're going to come out ahead. If it's 5 or 6 pounds and you're putting in a regional B or more and you're putting in a regional B, you're going to come out ahead.
Right. I mean, I've tried, like I said, in like 3 years, I've probably sent one thing in a regional B box and had it be cheaper than a medium flat rate. Just because of that. It's all goes to Florida and New York, so it's like the farthest region possible for me.
Right.
It ends up being the top rate, and it's, yeah, very annoying. But I mean, I've got small boxes. The only boxes that I really use that are my own are like little 9x6x3 that fit into a priority mail padded envelope. You know, like stuff that's smaller than that. I've got really small boxes, then I've got the boxes that are just big enough to fit in a flat rate, padded flat rate envelope, and I buy all those from Amazon. They're like 20 cents a piece. I've seen those Scotty stuffers on eBay, and I feel like you're kind of getting ripped off if you're buying those because they're like $1 each or something like that. If you get on Amazon, you can buy like 25 9x6x3 boxes for like $8, and they work fine. But so Emarina Kelly says she's covered regional C's with priority tape, and they have let her use them at her post office. So it sounds like she is she actually asked permission, and they said it was fine. So
she just didn't turn it inside out.
Right.
Because you get that weird looking whatever. That cross thing that they have on the inside of the box, it just makes it look like you're really trying to.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It just kind of looks like you're trying to cheat something if it says priority mail, priority mail. I think to me that would it just depends on your post office and then what other ones it goes through and the delivering post office. But I mean, all it takes is one postal employee going, "Hey, somebody's trying to do something here," and for me, it's just not worth it. You know, if I don't have the right size box in a postal box, I'll go get the box I need, or find one if I don't have. You know, if I don't have it, I'll go get the box I need.
Yeah, you get Dudley Do-Right, who's like, just by the book, you know, looking for reasons to screw people and call people out on stuff to just feel better about how good he knows his job. Then you might have to deal with some issues. So, I mean, I don't know. I always try to keep everything within the rules, you know. I mean, I don't use priority mail. I don't use padded envelopes to like as padding. You know, I don't put them inside of anything. You know, I don't use. Mr. Sadie 123. What the hell good is a small flat rate box good for? Maybe jewelry, but not much. It is good for DVDs. Like if you're selling 4 or 5 of them, video games, stuff like that. I've used those for that, and they very conveniently fit inside of a flat rate envelope, almost like they were made to do that. But
Those were really popular before the flat rate envelopes came out. I used to use them a lot, but once the flat rate, both the padded and the regular, came out, it really kind of eliminated, for me, it eliminated using the small flat rates boxes
Yeah.
at all.
I don't really use them either. I mean, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, there's another box that's just a little bit bigger than the small flat rate box. That's the one that I use for DVDs. The small flat rate box, it's like if you try and put a DVD or a video game or something in there, then it just barely sticks out of the edge, so it doesn't fit. Like it won't shut, and it's annoying. So yeah, I don't really use them for anything.
This is the one you're talking about. It's just a basic mailing box that looks just like the flat rate box.
Yeah, it looks just like the small flat rate box, but it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little. Those I use every once in a while. They work
These
pretty
don't
good.
fit as well into that padded flat rate.
What's that?
They don't fit as well into the padded flat rate,
Yeah.
but they do fit.
But yeah, like I said, I would never do anything like that.
Well, now see, there's nothing in the rules that say you can't use more than one box, because if you think about it, that's not flat rate, right? So it'd be the same as me using 2 of these boxes to ship one item.
I didn't even know that there was a rule that says that you have to send stuff in a flat rate box at the flat rate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely a rule in that.
Is that a tried and true, like, steadfast rule?
Well, I haven't like.
I mean, versus taking a flat rate and doing it weight based and it being more.
Or even if it's cheaper. I mean, it's all the only rule that I know about with using postal U.S. or like priority mail packaging is that you have to send it. It has to be used for priority mail. Like, you have to send it priority. That's the only rule that I know.
You know, if you polled 50 different postal workers, you'd get 50 different answers. Because 9 out of 10 of them don't read the DMM, the domestic mailing manual, and then know their own rules.
Same thing with postmasters. I mean, I've seen posts that say I saw this post in the Reseller Society, I think, one time where a postal worker took a picture of like a poster or something that was up, like put up in the back room in the sorting area, that said, "This is not acceptable," blah blah blah, and it showed a priority mail flat rate envelope that had something stuffed inside, and it fit just fine. It closed on its own, but the poster said, if somebody tries to do this, they're not allowed to do it. You've got to call them on it. Blah blah blah. Meanwhile, you know, I've even had it happen. Like one time I took a priority mail padded flat rate envelope. It was a package in a padded flat rate envelope that was in a box. Inside of the envelope, it was nice and square. I took it to the post office, and they're like, "Oh, wait! No, you can't ship that in that. You can't do that. It's not acceptable." Blah blah blah. I was like, "What do you mean? It fits." "Oh, no! It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't do that." And so I took it to the next post office, right down the street, and I was like, "So I was just at the other post office over there, and they said that I couldn't ship this." And they're like, "No, that's fine. It fits. You can ship that." It's like, whatever. All right, well, here you go. Okay, so Marina Kelly said, Mike Wallace said, "Postmaster told me to cover up the regional C writing." So, I don't know.
And again, that goes back to that's his postmaster told him that. I mean, I'm not going to base any of my business decisions on what somebody else's postmaster, or even what my postmaster told me, whatever they felt that day. You know, I'm going to base it on, and I'll sit down and go read through the DMM and try to find the exact stuff. But if I think it's at all iffy, because even the postmasters, like we said, they don't know the rules half the time.
Yeah, they think they know the rules sometimes, or then you get that Dudley Do-Right that just thinks that they're going by the book, and you better do everything right, or else they're going to get you. You know?
When the flat rate envelopes first came out, this was late 90s when I was selling on eBay, or early 2000s. Whenever they first came out, I was selling motorcycle sprockets, and I'd have people buy 3, 4, 5 at a time, and I would cram them in a flat rate envelope. They didn't have padded back then. I'd put a little extra padding, as long as I could get the thing shut, and then I'd wrap the crap out of it with that tape that has the string in it, the reinforced tape, and then I'd put my label on the outside, and I'd have some of them that would weigh like 18 pounds. And I argued. I used this little post office. It was a one horse out in the middle of the country. It was one lady. She was the postmaster, and she was also the only employee. And she'd close every day for like 2 hours at lunch. I mean, this was tiny, tiny, tiny post office. And she argued with me. She was really nice. Her name was Miss Hahn. And finally I said, Miss Hahn, let's pull out. She goes, well, let's pull out the DMM and let's see what it says. And she and I just sat and went through it and looked at all the regulations. She's like, you know what? You're able to do that. It doesn't seem fair, but, okay.
Yeah.
Up
to 70 pounds. Up to 70 pounds. Unless it's a regional A. I think regional A's are like up to 10 pounds or something like that, or 8 pounds. They're some of the smaller ones, or some of the smaller flat rate boxes or regional boxes, something like that. I can't remember exactly what the rules are, but for any flat rate, like whether it's a flat rate envelope, padded flat rate envelope, medium flat rate box, large flat rate box, any flat rate box, 70 pounds.
Mr. Sadie said he puts a 40-pound tractor weight in a medium flat rate box, and they hate him for doing it, but it's their rules, not mine. Right. That's awesome.
I've thought about selling kettlebells. I find them every once in a while, and 35-pound kettlebell fits real nice in a medium flat rate box.
But the only thing that's scared, and the only thing you got to think about with that is the structural integrity of that box. Like if I'm going to do something that heavy, and I'm sure Mr. Sadie probably does, I would cut some scraps of cardboard and line the inside of the box or do something.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Wrap all the way around the outer perimeter of that box, because that seam isn't going to hold. If that 40-pound item isn't perfectly rigid or in styrofoam and it shifts, I mean, it's going to bust the seam on that box.
Exactly. You do have to be careful with that stuff. But, I mean, once you learn how to package heavy items, then you can usually keep the boxes pretty, I mean, I've never had a box break open. I've never sold a kettlebell either, but I don't know. I'm actually, right now, I'm on Twitter. What should the hashtag be? Hashtag giveaway, obviously.
Hashtag free scanner.
Hashtag free scanner.
Then you'll get all the crazies that don't even know who you are or don't know anything about reselling. Hashtag free.
Hashtag free anything. You're going to get 1 million people. So let's see.
While you're doing that, Midwest MSC said, yep, but you're really not supposed to tape the flat rate envelopes. The only thing that I've ever seen or read says that you're not supposed to change the structural integrity of the envelope. I tape them just for reinforcement because, like you said, the adhesive, like he said, the adhesive sucks. I've never had any problem with it. I usually go around the envelope with tape.
You are not supposed to tape a flat rate envelope. You're not. Like, if it doesn't stay shut under its own, like, adhesive, then it's not supposed to be shippable. I actually had an item, like, I dropped it off at the post office, and they delivered it back to my house as unshippable because I had closed the seam with tape. And they told me that they won't deliver it if you have to tape it shut. But that's another example of every once in a while you just get that dude that's like, oh, no, this guy, I can't do this. Who's he trying to fool? He's trying to get over. Not letting that happen today. You get those guys. Especially somebody that's been working at the post office for 24 years. Same thing. Their entire life, they freaking hate it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I could just imagine how much it would suck to have a job like that, but having to deal with people all day, arguing with people that have no idea about anything. Okay, so today on the show, I'm giving away a wireless barcode scanner.
Tape may be applied to the flap and seams for closure or to reinforce the envelope, provided the design of the envelope is not enlarged by opening the sides of the envelope and taping or reconstructing the envelope in any way. Bam.
Really? So you can do it? We need to get we need to create like a file or something with like all these rules that people ask about. That's like really easy just to print out that one paragraph just in case somebody needs it when they go to a post office or something with a link, so that they can just go in and anytime a postmaster or whatever wants to argue with somebody, they can just go to the group, go to the files, find the link to that exact rule, and be like, here you go.
I mean, I think the issue a lot of times comes up like textbooks. If you try to put a textbook or a halfway thick book in a flat rate envelope and that adhesive that's there doesn't naturally meet the other cardboard and it's an inch too short or half an inch and then you put a piece of tape, yeah, that's where I think they get bent out of shape. I've never had any problem with it, but as long as that adhesive meets naturally and you're just putting it on there to reinforce it, it's not any big deal. Or it has not been with me, knock on wood, with my particular post office. But I also don't drop my stuff at the post office. I do daily pickups at the house. And so my stuff probably goes straight from his mail Jeep to the back sorting area. And I don't get the picky the counter workers are the ones that are usually the issue.
Oh, yeah. The delivery guys, like the mailmen, are great. I've never run into a mailman that I didn't like. I know they're out there. There are some dicks. And then there are those guys that just like, oh, I don't feel like delivering or delivering this today. You know, it's too far out of my way and stuff. You hear about the horror stories of the guys that have, you know, like a garage full of undelivered mail after 10 years. But I mean, those guys seem to be a lot more few and far between. It's the counter workers that bug me, and it's not all of them. You know, it's like probably maybe 25%. There's just a big enough discrepancy, like a big enough percentage that it's annoying as hell. But yeah, like my postman, I've gotten really good at figuring out what time he gets here, and I'm gonna talk to him today because I've caught him like every day for the last week to give him my packages, and he gets here at like 4 o'clock, so it's perfect. And you know, if I've got big stuff, I'll walk him to his truck so that he doesn't have to carry them, and you know, because he's one of those, he'll get like a bag of mail and he'll just come to, he'll walk the entire street doing all the mail and then he'll go back to his truck. So, but I'm gonna see if I can get the guy to start knocking on my door if he sees my car outside to see if I got any packages. I just don't like leaving stuff out, you know. I mean, I'm always paranoid about that.
But I just like, you have a regular mailbox out front, or do you have a mailbox hanging by your front door on your?
I've got one of those little tiny mailboxes hanging by my front door.
See, I put ours is a regular mailbox down by the road, and I have a permanently laminated sign inside that says, if the flag is up, there are outgoing packages on the front porch. So that if it's not my regular guy and it's a substitute that day, which even it's usually the same sub whenever he takes a day off, they know the drill and they know, and I don't have to do a carrier pickup. My UPS drivers know that it's on the side of our porch. They know we got a 2-lane road out front. Don't block traffic. Just go ahead and back up the driveway, unload off the porch because it's about chest height right there. Get the rear end of your truck right there, and our dog usually goes nuts when the UPS truck comes, so I'll run out there and hand them down to them. So I've got some pretty good systems worked out. But I mean, a lot of it was communicating with my drivers and with my carriers and saying, hey, what would be easiest for you? Mm-hmm. And when they hear that you're trying to make their job easier, you would be amazed at how much they just kind of bend over backwards.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're, like I said, most mailmen are really cool. They're really nice. They'll help you out. And, I mean, like, even my old mailman, like, at my old house, he was just like, well, sorry to see you go, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, we just sat there and talked the day that I was moving out, and it was pretty cool. But, I mean, he was my mailman now. I mean, he's like a really nice dude. So I know if I tell him, hey, see my truck, knock on my door, I'll get that way I don't have to leave my packages out. I'm sure he'll do it. And but like I ordered a crap load of priority mailboxes the other day. It's like my first big shipment that I've had delivered to my house since I moved in. So he was like, damn, you getting ready for Christmas or something? Because I'd had like 5 bundles of full-size bundles of different size flat rate boxes and priority mailboxes and stuff. But yeah, that's gave me a chance to talk to him at least and get to know him a little bit. But I just tweeted. If you check if you go to Twitter at Resale Ronin, follow me there. You'll see the tweet that I just put out, and it's hashtag giveaway, hashtag free scanner. I actually got a bunch of guys that uh, instantly retweeted my tweet, so I don't know if there's like bots or something that look for those hashtags. But
Are people on the show eligible to win?
yeah, why not?
Oh, I'll retweet it just to help you out. Although I really could use the wireless barcode scanner.
Yeah, I mean your channel might actually be big enough where you could get on Content Boulevard and get them to send you a barcode scanner as well. But this is it. It's just a little wireless barcode scanner. You can plug it into a USB and use it as a wired one. The battery is supposed to be a pretty long battery life. I don't know. I mean, I got it and it was already charged last night, and it's still going. It's not like I did like a 500 unit shipment or anything like that, but it's out there. And the other thing I'm going to be doing is making a post on my Facebook page, Resale Ronin, where you'll have an opportunity to like and share that post and get a chance to win it that way as well. And then, yeah, that's all I'm going to do. Twitter and should I do Instagram? I haven't done anything with my Instagram yet. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I followed a bunch of people on Instagram, and then I kind of unfollowed because I use Instagram really just for personal, just like friends and whatever, and I just got kind of tired of seeing like reselling crap. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I want that. I mean, that's just me personally.
Yeah.
I don't really get on Instagram for personal either. I don't really get on it at all. So
you don't like the check this out, check out my new auction spam that's like 20
yeah,
in a row, like every time. So I hate that on Twitter. That's one of the reasons why I don't really mess with Twitter too much, is because I don't go to Twitter to shop eBay. If I want to buy something on eBay, I'll go to eBay and shop eBay.
well, I mean, it reminds me of like my sister when she was going through her Pampered Chef stage, and it was like every time she turned around, she was trying to sell somebody something. It was like, dear God,
Exactly.
just stop. You know.
Yeah, and some people like that. I actually check, like I'll click on people's profiles when I see that stuff, and I mean there's guys with like 20,000 followers that do nothing but tweet Etsy and eBay auctions all day. It's like, well, if it works for you, obviously there's people out there that like that stuff, and they're going to Twitter to, I don't know, find different stuff to buy, but. And then, of course, you hear about the guys on Instagram that don't even, like, post stuff on eBay anymore because all they have to do is post a Instagram pic and the item will sell. Like the little boutique shoppers and stuff. Boutique owners, I don't know. I'd kind of like to get to that point. Just get me to the point where I don't have to pay eBay.
Who just cha-changed?
I did not just cha-ching. I haven't cha-chinged all morning.
That was me.
That only leaves one person.
What's that?
It was Mike.
I say it was me.
Oh, so Doreen said if it wasn't for Facebook, she wouldn't know what her kids are up to. Yeah. I don't even post on Facebook, so I post in my groups. That's about it. I don't really mess around with Facebook too much.
Yeah, Lisa said I live in the hood, can't leave packages on my porch for pickup. That would be an issue if you lived in a bad neighborhood. And I guess one point in time we lived in a bad neighborhood where we had a daily UPS pickup, and it was back in the days before smart pickup, so you just had a daily pickup. And what we would do is, and we worked this out with the driver, we had a white piece of paper that were really big that said UPS yes or UPS no, and he knew the drill. We would put it in the top corner of the window where he could see it from the street. And if it said UPS yes, then he knew to come up, and I'd just have to be there during that time and bring him out.
Is that this morning's sales?
That's this morning.
Nice. I don't. Let's see. How am I doing this morning?
We're averaging over $1,000 days now.
Nice.
I'm averaging around $100 to $200 a day. I guess.
Of course, I only get like 3% returns. So what does that come out to? 30? What I get about $30 out of my
$40.
Yeah.
My returns have been pretty minimal too. It's just like it seems like anytime I sell something big, it gets returned though.
I'm at 3,000 for the month, so that's what, $300 a day, roughly.
Yeah, that's
not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
Because I really haven't been feeding. I sent a bunch of Amazon in yesterday, but I really haven't been feeding it that much.
Me either. I've been sending in really small shipments, like 30, 40 items once a week. Nothing major. I need to get rid of. I've got like 20 Guitar Hero guitars sitting here that I need to send out.
Here, this is what I'm boxing up today.
Oh wow.
Have fun with that. I've got to get off, and I know Mike.
Have all of these cases to go.
Michael laughed at me because I asked him, like, what shrink wrap do you use about 6 months ago, and I still haven't got around to doing it. And I bought 120 bottles of drain cleaner yesterday that need to go in, but I got to, double seal them. So polybagging is not going to cut it, so I really need to just... And it's not a money thing. It's not like I don't have the money to buy a shrink wrap or an impulse sealer. It's more of a space thing because I want to set up like what Mike has where he's got a table and his things at the end and he's got it all. But every time I do that with my table, I end up piling it full of crap.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, when I get that table cleared off, I'll order the shrink wrap and I'll get the impulse sealer. And then I'm like, yeah. I was talking to Eric Castle about it yesterday because he was familiar with that particular product. He's like, dude, just order the shrink wrap. Get off your butt and do it.
Right.
And my wife loves doing that kind of. She's like, if you'll get it, I love shrink wrap and stuff. And
that's the best thing about having my wife working with me is she forces me to keep that area clean or else I get in trouble. She's like, get all this crap out of my spot so I can shrink wrap.
Her spot's the living room, and I don't want to put all that stuff in there, although that's probably where she would do it at.
Yeah, I have it all packed full of shit right now, but it'll be out of here by this afternoon.
Yeah. I keep telling myself that this is going to be out of here in such and such. Like, I'm going to do it today, I'm going to do it today, I'm going to do it today, and then every day I do something else. But, yeah, that's the only thing that I hate about Guitar Hero guitars is they're so big and awkward to ship that they're just a pain.
Right.
And I mean the crappy thing is that it's not the crappy thing. They're good money, I mean they're anywhere from $30 to $100 a piece depending on what you got. I've sold up to upwards of $150 for a Guitar Hero guitar, but just never get around to it. Actually, what I've been doing is lotting up Guitar Hero games, like the little $2, $3 ones, the ones that you can't even sell individually because they're like penny games. And then putting them on eBay with a guitar and getting like $80. And they've been selling fast that way for me. It's been convenient. It's just finding a box for them. Start selling too many of them, then that can become an issue. I need to start buying boxes.
Yeah.
But
those right there, these are the ones that I use for the Guitar Hero. That 12 by 13 I was telling you about.
Is that a board game box?
I don't know it's not called board game box. That one's a little bigger. This one's like kind of really thin. It's thinner than that.
Well, the Guitar Hero guitars that break down are easy. I'm talking about the ones like the Rock Band guitars, the ones that don't break down. They're like that freaking long.
But you take two of
them and put them together. There you go.
So if you buy the boxes, like I know you can get this size box with this type of material for like 40 cents a piece.
Yeah.
And you could probably get it cheaper somewhere else, but
yeah, there's a couple of box stores near my house that I need to go check out. I keep meaning to. There's a lot of things that I mean to do that I just never get around to doing because I'm too busy.
Write it down.
Write it down and make sure that I do it. That's a good idea.
I've got a couple places near me, and I did a video about it a while back about how I buy, bubble wrap in bulk and stuff, and I just found them by doing a Google search for my town and like packaging supplies. And I found this one place called Warehouse Equipment, and this other place that's like such and such boxes and packaging. I just went in and said, hey, my name's Dusty. I do a lot of eBay, Amazon. I'm not going to buy like pallet loads full of boxes at one time, but will you work with me on price, whatever? Do you have any problem? And they're like, yeah, most of our boxes come in bundles of 25, not a problem. We'll sell you one bundle. We'll sell you one case of tape. We'll sell you one big bundle of bubble wrap, whatever you want to buy. And I just go back on a regular basis and a whole lot cheaper than doing Uline because I don't have a Uline near me. And by the time you figure in their shipping, it's like not always a great deal.
Shipping's free if you go above a certain amount.
Certain amount, right. But see, I don't have the space now to store those kind of boxes. Before I did, and I probably would have done it, but
yeah, I thought I had the space too.
And then that pallet full of boxes arrives, and you're like, damn, was it late at night when I ordered that or something?
Yeah, that one messed me up, man. But you know what? It forced me to open up the whole space in here. So I spent a whole day just opening it up. So now I see the boxes all stacked up back there, and then I have well, it's not open space now, but it's a little better than it was before.
So now all the cars are definitely parked on the street.
Oh, they've always been parked on the street. We never ever intended to put a car in our garage when we got the house.
Oh, wow.
The garage was always intended to be a workspace. So.
Yeah. I miss having a garage. Mine was definitely, it's like my half, I had my half, and she had her half, and
this is
I wasn't allowed to touch her half. And my half ended up getting a lot of junk in it.
This is my favorite thing that I added to the garage. This thing is awesome, dude. I throw everything up on this rolling shelf and put it wherever I want.
Yeah.
It's freaking awesome. It's the best thing I ever bought.
Nice.
When we come in from buying everything, we just unload it on the shelf, and then I can roll the shelf either to where we're shrink wrapping or over here where I'm putting it in the system. It's nice.
Right. All right, well, let's wrap this up, guys. I got work to do. I know you guys are probably have stuff that you got to get done. I know you do, Mike. Dusty, you're always busy. If you go to Twitter and look up my username at Resale Ronin, you'll see a tweet, where it's like, today on the show, we're giving away a wireless barcode scanner. Just retweet that tweet, hit that favorite button on it, and it'll give you a chance to win. And you get I'll do an entry for each one. I'll just keep track of all that. And then on my Facebook page, Resale Ronin, I'm going to go ahead and make another post right after I go off the air, and you'll be able to go there and share and like that post to get another chance to win. So this is what you're going for. It's a wireless barcode scanner, pretty cool little toy. If you check the description right below the video here, you can buy it. There's a link to the Amazon listing right there, just in case you don't win. But yeah, we'll see you all on Friday. Thank you, veterans. Happy Veterans Day. Definitely appreciate all of you, and we'll see you all when we see you. Bitcoin.